family. Happy New Year's Eve. Just a little bubbly to get the night started. How are you? Coming to you live at Kazimbe. I'm coming to you live from the Roxy Hotel in Lower Manhattan. Yes, I can't wait to talk to my girl Monique, catch up, see how you all are doing. Yes, Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Yes, come on in. I haven't done one of these in a while. Hey, Jeffrey Polston. So I'm a little rusty, so things might go a little awry. But we're going to see what happens. We won't be talking long, but I just want to come on and wish everyone so much love and peace and joy and strength and all the good things. What a year. Hey, babies. I also just want to give all the love and the shout out to my Alvin Ailey family, to the family of Carmen de la Valade, who we lost 2 days ago. And just, she was such a beacon for all of us. I mean, she is the reason why Alvin Ailey took his first dance class, and the rest is history. So we owe her such a gratitude. And so that generation of our heroes, you know, we have to call out their names all the time and hold them up and lift them up. So that early iteration of the Ailey Company with Judith Jamison, you know, obviously Alvin and Carmen de la Valade, we say her names and we give you so much love. So I am here bringing in the new year downtown, kids, at the Roxy. Hopefully soon I will be joined by my girl Monique Martin. And in the meantime, if any of you want to jump in, have anything to share, have anything to say, feel free. You know, I'm obviously at the Joyce now, the Joyce Theater in Chelsea, New York. Let me turn my old music down for a little bit. Carmen, yes, Carmen. She was just everything, so beautiful. And of course, her late husband, Jeffrey Holder, was also just an incredible creative force in the world, as we all know. All right, let me just go here, turn her down. Told you I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. I'm also not at home where I would normally do this from and have much more access to things that I'm used to using. But yes, there we go. Yes, I'll just keep it on the low in the background for now. So I'm at the Joyce right now. We are in our final week of Momix, and directed and founded by the great Moses Pendleton and co-directed by his wife Cynthia. And the shows have been doing incredible. I'm so excited that everyone has come out to see this dynamic, fantastical company. And so there's we already had a show today at 4, so everybody can go home early, and no show tomorrow, and then shows across the weekend. So if you haven't seen it and you were trying to get tickets for Momix, there might only be some partial view seats available, and for those you have to call the box office. Any New Year's resolutions? Ooh, Kazimbe. You know, I don't typically make New Year's resolutions, but I do just try to keep living my life fully and with intention. So I think just to continue doing that. I will say though, I could eat a little better. You know, the nature of my office day, I am constantly ordering out. That's such a bad habit. But so I think just to maybe eat healthier. I'm just being as physical as I can be and going around and working out and all the things. But if I had to say one, that would be it, just to eat healthier. And that's it. So I am still waiting for my girl Monique Martin to join. I hope she's okay. I've turned off my notifications, so if she's trying to call me, I can't answer. Hey, Eric Stuckey. Eric Stuckey, do you want to join me on live until Monique joins me? I don't know where she is. She's a little tardy. Hopefully she's okay. Same here. Yes, absolutely. But in any case, I'll just keep vamping until Monique shows up. So after Momix, we have the incredible Hervé Cuby from France. They've been to the Joyce many times. They're very popular with our audiences, and they're incredible. And they're doing a work, actually an encore presentation of a show called What the Day Owes to the Night. And it's about the artistic director's journey to discover his Algerian and North African roots. And so it's a beautiful piece featuring all the men of the company. And yes, and it's a beautiful work. So they're coming up next week, starting on Tuesday after Momix. And yes, after that, we have 2 weeks of Sons of Echo, also all men. It's five premier ballet dancers, including Daniil Simkin and OCL Guneu. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. Anyway, he's from Cuba, but they're all principal male dancers from across the globe, and they have come together in co-production with Studio Simkin, Daniil Simkin's company, with the Joyce, to produce a show called Sons of Echo, and it's basically these 5 principal male dancers doing work by 4 women choreographers, including Lucinda Childs, Tyler Peck, Anne Plommondon, and Drew Jacoby. So just, the male bodies as seen through the female lens, and it's going to be stunning, and that's for 2 weeks, and on, and followed by one of my favorites. I mean, they're all my favorites for one reason or another. Noche Flamenca, which led by the force of nature that she is, Soledad Barrio, and she's just incredible. So a new work that they're bringing to New York, with their doing some more examination of the work of Francisco Goya, the painter. And so it's just going to be incredible, and on. But Tuesday, January 6th, I know that date has many meetings for a lot of us, but on a positive January 6th, we have the public on sale of the spring and summer season for the Joyce. And so there's a lot to look at and explore. And I hope you all will explore and join with us at the Joyce. And so that goes on sale Tuesday, but all the information is on our website now, www.joyce.org, and you can find out about all the companies that are coming, how you can get tickets, how you can join as a subscriber, how you can bring your children to our family matinees and get nice discounts, and all of the above. So I'm going to give this a few more minutes because I don't want to just sit there and blab for an hour by myself. But yes, I'm hoping beyond hope that my girl Monique can join us very soon. But in the meantime, if anyone would like to take a chance and join me online, you're more than welcome. Let's see, what else can I talk about? So yeah, this year has been incredible. This past season, so far since September, we've had some incredible performances, and we had a couple of really incredible sold out weeks, with Renee Harris Pure Movement from Philadelphia, which was incredible, from my hometown. And he also just got nominated for a Bessie for the work. So the Bessie is like the Tonys of dance, if you will. And anyway, they honor achievements of choreography, production, music, sound scores, for dancers themselves, for performance, and so many things. Oh, who's coming in? Oh, yay! I gotta take her until I see my girl Mo. What is going on? Oh, Monique, another queen, but we'll see what happens. I think I let her in. Okay. Hey, Marlisa. Oh my God, please give your mom my love, Aunt Joan.
Uh-oh.
Are you there?
Yes, hi. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
can't
why my
see you.
camera is not on. Oh, there I am. But your camera's not on. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, how are you,
You can see.
sweetheart? I can't see you.
You can't see me.
No.
That's
Hmm.
weird.
Okay. I can see me.
Wait a minute. Everybody else, can you guys see me? Put it in the chat if you can't. I can see me. I'm hoping that everybody else has been seeing me these last 10 minutes. Can someone put in the chat if my camera is on, please? Hey, Corinne. Corinne, can you see me? Am I coming through the camera? I can see you. Okay. Well, that's so Monique, are you still there? Thank you. Julia. Oh my God. I think I might have lost Monique Thomas. But in any case, here we are. I don't know what's happening. Let me just like close her out. Maybe bring her back in. Not sure what's happening. They have no requests. I will hopefully. I'm not sure where my girl Monique is. This is not going well. Hey, Julia. Oh my God, there's my Aunt Tony. That's so great. I'm not sure what's happening and why I've lost Monique, but okay. Well, we will carry on until my girl Monique gets on. I'm not sure what's happening. This is crazy town, but in any case, um, while we're here, oh my God, Antonio Carlos Scott, do you want to join my live? Oh my God, it would be so great to talk to you for 2 minutes. Oh my God, yes. Antonio Carlos Scott, do you want to join me? Send me a request. Antonio Carlos Scott and I danced in the Ely Company together, and prior to that, we were both in Philadelphia, as well as he also danced for the Jamison Project when Miss Jamison started her dance company in Philadelphia, and danced with them for a number of years. And yes, Antonio Carlos Scott, beautiful. Not in a position to, but so. I know, right? I was waiting for my girl Monique Martin. I don't know what happened. I'm only going to stay on for like 5 more minutes if she doesn't join because this is crazy. I'm hoping she comes on, but I really just wanted to come on. It's the end of 2025, and I just, of course, wanted to come on and close out my year. There's some good things coming up. I can't say what they are just yet, but just know that things will be announced. As soon as they can, some good things happening for the Joyce as well as for me personally. It's something that I'm excited about. Yeah, if anybody else has any New Year's resolutions, throw them in the throw them in the chat so we can talk about it. But what else? Yes, so the Joyce life. Oh, Monique Martin, there you are. Girl, what's going on? Are you able to get on, Monique Martin? um, I have some here at the Roxy, so just a little, TMI. But my partner is an incredible sound person, audio engineer, and for the last many years, he's been doing audio tech and sound for the Roxy Hotel for their big New Year's Eve parties. So, yeah, so we're here. We're celebrating. I've been doing this for the last bunch of years with him. I go and visit with friends and have dinner while he's setting up. And so hopefully, yeah, wait, let's see. There she is. Accept. Oh my God. Live. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my God. Girl,
Hey,
have me vamping for 12 minutes.
and I've been trying to find you for 12 minutes.
What's happened?
I've been trying to find you for 12
No.
minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I saw that you went live and then you disappeared.
Oh
So
no.
I was
Okay.
like, well, maybe she's not live. And then my neighbor came over and delivering gifts. I'm talking to my neighbor and her daughter. I'm like, I don't know where she is. So then
Well,
I
hey, here
heard
we
about it.
are.
Yes.
Talking nothingness for 12 minutes. All good. I did let people know what's coming up at the Joys and everything else. But you know what? I was looking, you look beautiful. I was looking at the last time we did this, and at that time, oh, so sorry, sidebar. I'm in my partner's hotel room, and he may come in and out, so you might hear some background noise.
What is John making?
Hmm?
What is he making?
He's not making anything, he's working.
Oh, okay. Right,
We're the
setting
rock.
up for the big shebang bang
For the big
tonight.
bang bang, yes. But the last time you and I did this, it was like the comeback. You were There was stuff you couldn't even talk about, and you were expecting some grant monies to come in for your circus, and now we're beyond that because here we are on the eve of 2026. Your circus, Minty Fresh, has premiered.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
DJ Lee Jones in Philadelphia. So I don't know, talk about from that moment to this moment and everything that's happened in between and about your independent circus.
Well, I want to share something. I'm coming right back.
Okay. Oh, hey DJ Lee Jones. We're taking uh Oh, wait. What do you have there?
So I don't know if you can see this, but this is hot off the press, the NIFA uh, 2025 final year-end report. And there's Minty Fresh, honey.
Oh my
Yes,
God. That's
center on the
awesome.
front page of the brochure. I'm so proud.
Here's to that.
So NEFA, the New England Foundation for the Arts, was a big supporter through their National Theater Project Award, which is super competitive. This is my second time applying for it. The first time I advanced to the final round, but I didn't get to the final round.
Mm.
And this time, so I think it was 23
Mm.
that yes, 23 going into 24 that I was notified that Minty Fresh had received the grant. So that supported us in finishing the creation of the work. We
Yes.
definitely could not have done it without that, those resources. And I also want to shout out Circadium, which is one of the few accredited circus schools in North America. They're based in Philly. It's a 4-year program. So
Come on,
they
Philly.
supported us. Yes, Philly was a friend to Minty Fresh. And you know, I didn't realize this until actually we were there. It just didn't dawn on me that Harriet Araminta Tubman gained her freedom in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
So it was meant to be for us to have the world premiere in
Yes.
Philadelphia. Yeah. And I just got
Right.
so emotional once I was doing an interview with the Tribune there, which is the oldest Black newspaper in the country in
Come on.
Philly. Yes. And through the interview, I started talking about the journey, and I was like, ding, ding, ding. Yes, of course. She took 13 trips back and forth from the Eastern Shore of Maryland on foot, to Philadelphia. So
Yeah.
it's apropos that we premiered there. We had 4 additional dates, cities that we traveled to in 2025. And we're preparing to get on the road in
Yeah.
February.
That's so great. So Marlisa Brown Swin just said, Philly stand up. Thank you, yes, for that. And she should know. So Marlisa is the, Marlisa, forgive me for getting your title incorrectly, but the managing director or executive director, managing director for Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Dance Company, which was founded, of course, by her legendary mother, Joan Myers Brown. So all shout out and love to
Legendary. And
Philadelphia.
there were 2, we did a master class in Philadelphia at Penn Live Arts where we premiered. And there were 2 dancers in the apprentice program of Philadelphia who came to take the class. So I was really happy about that. Yeah, yes,
Right. So
yes.
one little plug for Philadelphia. So as I mentioned before you came on, the spring summer Joyce season goes on sale to the public on Tuesday, January 6th. And a part of that season is the Great Philadelphia coming to the Joyce, returning to the Joyce.
Wow, they haven't been there in a while,
Late July.
right?
Late July. Say again?
They haven't been to the Joyce in a while, correct?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago? Okay.
Yeah, yes. And for those of you who don't know, I started my New York career coming to the Joyce with Philadelphia. We debuted in 1990 on that very stage. The first time the Joyce and Philadelphia has been back to the Joyce many, many times since, and always just a great, powerful performance. So I'm excited for that. So Tuesday, January 6th, get your tickets. Come on, Philly.
The season looks great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, I'm excited. Yeah, and already building, of course, 26/7, and on, and even beyond, a little bit beyond. So, right. And so
I
just,
think a lot of people don't realize, or maybe they do and can be reminded of the amount of time that it takes to build a season. So if you're looking for 26, that's done. That's a wrap. There might be a few things in the fall of 26, but just your process as a curator and traveling to see shows and then presenting and all that it takes from the time that you say, yes, that show belongs on the Joy stage
that's
to
right.
actually happening could be between 6 months to 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, not to give away too many, trade secrets or house secrets, but I am already talking to artists for fall 27 and even spring 28. So, I mean, especially a lot of the international companies, because as we know, visas are getting more and more difficult to procure and get approved. I have an artist that I'm looking at for March 27 that we've already started the visa process on. So it's a crazy world that we're living in right now. And are any, I think you told me the other day that you're getting some new cast members and all of that. Are any of them international?
No,
Mm.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, I have one artist that I'm on the fence about just because they're based in LA
Mm-hmm.
and they're from Guinea. So
Mm.
they already have all of their papers, but they're based in LA. And I'm
Mm.
very fortunate that this time around, all of my 7 cast members are based in New York City.
Mm. That,
Yeah, because that was a challenge
yeah.
having cast members that were based outside of the city, which required, of course, housing and travel and their
Mm-hmm.
schedules. If we had rehearsal
Mm-hmm.
for 4 or 5 hours,
Mm-hmm.
I have to really think
Mm.
about that for
Yeah.
those that live out of town. So,
Right. So can we also share the other new part of your life that's since we last spoke here on live, the new addition to the family?
oh, and I wish if I had a photo, I would put it right here. And she actually was here for a moment today. But yes, so January 2025, I actually had twins.
Right.
I
That
had Minty Fresh. Well, first, baby Tiani, my first grandchild, my granddaughter, my son, and his beautiful fiance, Troy,
okay.
had a daughter on January 17th of this year,
Mm-hmm.
2025. And Minty Fresh premiered on January 31st.
Crazy.
So this has been a year. This has been an exciting year.
Yes.
And it feels like that today. There's something about the winter solstice and
Mm-hmm.
really having a moment to be
Yeah.
quiet and
Mm.
reflect.
Yeah.
Um, like we made it without any bloodshed, without, you
Yeah.
know, really going under. This has been an extraordinary year.
Yeah.
And just to kind of frame it in terms of Minty Fresh, we began our tech on January 20th, which
Mm.
was Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday
Right.
and also the inauguration. So we were
Mm.
like, let's go.
Mm.
Let's go. So
Yeah.
there's just been so much beautiful energy around it. And I have to just say it's beautiful. And I think about, I think it was Alvin Ailey who said, you're not wrong. You learn from it. It's a
Mm.
lesson. It's a lesson.
Mm.
So with all of the challenges that we've had to go through, um, they all have been wonderful lessons to
Mm.
grow and evolve. And so that's how I look at it. And I'm just super excited and grateful for
Mm.
everyone who contributed to
Mm-hmm.
us getting to the finish line and then us
Yeah.
getting across the finish line and then blessing people. Every city that we've traveled to,
Mm-hmm.
it's been standing ovations, people
Yeah.
leaping
I
out
see
of their seats.
one, which is amazing. Someone had asked me, I did one of these. A lot of times we get student groups that come to the Joyce that want to talk to our director of education, of course, Heather McCartney, but also my executive director, Linda Shell, and me. And one of the students asked me after I finished, telling them what I do and what's going on. She was like, "Is there anything you learned in your, you know, 4 years now? 4 years, girl.
Have you been at the Joyce 4 years?
I mean,
Wow.
well, yeah, 3 years. I'm into my fourth year now. This is my fourth year. Hey, Ross LeClaire. Speaking of the Joyce, Joyce Center Productions. Whoop whoop. Um, love me some Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Yes. So one of the things they asked me was, what have you learned? And I had to take a pause. Yes, you are. And I had to say, I'm still working on it, but not to take things personally. You know, everyone's got an opinion, and you know, listen, as a dancer, as a creative, we're constantly getting hit with opinions. So sometimes, I mean, listen, I'm very active on social media. People let me know what they think all the time. You know what I mean? And it's just really, it's that person's opinion. It really, I mean, sure, if it's something you really believe in and you love, like your circus, obviously, you know, down the line, you know, if it gets, God forbid, it won't, but like a not so great review or whatever, that stuff sits in your heart, you know, and
Mm.
it's hard not to, because like you just said, it's your baby, it's your child. And so, but you know, sometimes we get good reviews for the shows that I'm presenting. Sometimes they're not so great. But and or just even if like a colleague, you know, doesn't, I wouldn't say doesn't like the show you're presenting, or has, you know, it's all constructive. It's we just have to take things more constructively, and it's really hard, especially in the arts and things that are not just, you know, every day work a day in and out. I turn it off at 6 o'clock and I go home. We don't have that luxury, you know, as artists and creatives. Like we're constantly thinking, like, how can I make this better? What's next? Or so anyway, that was the one thing that I wanted to also work on for next year, is to continue to not take things so personally. In this,
There's so many armchair critics and folks. What is that saying? I think it was Teddy Roosevelt. You know, are you in the ring? You know what I mean? Or are you on the sidelines? And I used to
right.
be somewhat like that as well. You know,
Mm-hmm.
looking at things with just such an eye,
Mm-hmm.
and not understanding
Mm-hmm.
what it takes to
Right.
make something and to
Yeah.
create something.
Yeah.
And also, when you cross the finish line, that doesn't always mean the project is finished.
That's right.
It's sometimes the first leg of it. So I
That,
feel that yes, we premiered the show. We had
mm,
4 incredible dates, but we're going back into the lab in a
yeah.
couple of weeks. And I feel like I'm clearer about the show after going through that. So again, it's a challenge to try to critique something when it's
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
forming, you
Yeah.
know. It
But I
takes
think
a moment.
too, because you're a producer, you're a curator. Like, oh, first of all, I couldn't be there. I was so hurt to my heart. But your recent curation of Wall of Sound, am I saying that right? At
Wall
Symphony
to
Space?
wall at Symphony Space. Ciao. Hello. Line wrapped around the block all day, all night long for 10 hours. That
Yeah.
broke records for Symphony Space. And I'm so proud of that. Every single artist came and showed out.
And it was Stevie Wonder was the artist this year that you were honoring,
Yes,
which was
yes. And you know, I love Stevie Wonder. So many people love Stevie
mm-hmm.
Wonder. One of the things I was really moved by is just the age range and also the cultures.
Oh,
How many cultures?
mm-hmm.
Claudia Acuna, Chile. She saw Stevie when she was 17 years old in
Yeah.
Chile, didn't understand one word of English. So it was like an honor for her
Yeah.
to then
That's,
perform, and just to see the global impact of Stevie's
mm-hmm.
music,
Mm-hmm.
the multi generational love for Stevie, the
Oh yeah.
interpretations of Stevie. Yeah, it was fabulous. And you know, we threw some circus up in there too. So we had some contortionists up there,
Yeah.
and of course, DJ Spinna with his wonderful party
Mm-hmm.
and what he brought to it. So that was truly, truly a gift and such an honor to put together.
Yeah. And so my colleague Ross just threw in Q-tip. We were talking about, we had these community agreements that we all adhere to or try to adhere to at the Joyce. And one of the things on the list is quit taking it personally. So it's just a mantra that I'm gonna like just, you know, hey Shannon, so I'm gonna see you soon, girl, for dinner.
And you know, like you said, you don't know what people are going through. Some
That part.
people could have lost someone in their family or
Mm-hmm.
their colleague, or just are having a crappy day. So they want to spill some of that crappiness on
Yeah.
you, and not intentionally.
Yes.
Um, I saw a quote earlier today about James Baldwin, and
Mm.
he was referring to being called the N word.
Mm.
And so he said, you know, that says more about you
Right.
than it does about me.
Apps
So
100%.
if you have to criticize me and you have to tear me apart, what does
That's
that say about you? Because
that's right.
I'm moving in love. And so that's what I'm thinking about too, with not taking things personally. Because people can be, humans can be shitty sometimes. I'm sorry. They can. And it's not always nefarious.
No,
It's
no. Yeah,
so brushing it off.
that's right. But what I was going to say too to that was also as a curator, we it's about growth. It's about what's out there. It's about staying connected. It's not about resting on our laurels. It's not about taking our audiences for granted. It's about seeing who's doing what in the field. And that for me is the exciting part, and the exciting part of me getting to travel like I do now. And, it's so interesting when people will like text me, oh, girl, aren't you tired? Or I'm like, no, I don't. Sure, yes, physically tired, sure. But I think honestly, I was reading this also with someone, so when you really love what you do, I think was it Spike Lee? You jump out of bed. Well. First of all, I don't ever jump out of bed.
Yeah.
But my work gets me up in the morning, and I go to the office, and I was there today. The office is quiet. There were some others there like Ross and others on my team, but I'm and I'm not saying that, and I want to be really careful with this because I know there's a lot of people out there that, like my mom, for instance, I say this all the time. She worked at the post office in Philadelphia, God bless her, for 32 years. It wasn't what she wanted to be doing, but it was something she had to do. She had two daughters she had to take care of. And so I deeply, and I've said this before, I deeply recognize the blessing that I have a career in an art form that I love, that I absolutely 100% love, or just working in the arts and able to pay my rent doing it, and travel, and going on vacation in 2 days. So I am completely in complete gratitude for all of it. Even so the low moments. Have you seen, oh, I know I'm about to bring this up. Have you seen those the videos of people that are like on stage and the YMCA song is playing, and then like 3 seconds later they're like delivering Amazon packages? And how, right? And how people talk about, hey Michi, talk about how what it feels like to go from this to this.
Yeah.
And I love that people are being more honest about that, because I'll never forget when I had to leave Ailey the way that I did, and the messages were always like, "What are you gonna do next? What's next? What are you doing now?" Nothing. I'm doing absolutely nothing now. I'm broke as hell. My hip hurts. You know what I mean? I don't know what's next. And so I did end up, getting a temporary job. I started working at Telecharge, was non-glamorous. I had to humble myself. I was depressed, but it's not always so glamorous. So yeah, when you're here, it's amazing, but there's always going to be some of this. And I think, especially with social media, it's very curated and everything looks. And we all know, especially at work in the arts, it's not always that.
Right. Well, it's work, and the old saying is show business. There's a business side of it. Contracts, getting high res photos from artists.
Yeah.
Hello. And the negotiation, and then also thinking about, when you think about curation, there's one thing to book, to be a booker, and so you're booking what's hot out there. Like whoever's managing Doechii don't have to sell Doechii, right? They're sitting by the phone.
Yeah.
And so for everyone else who is trying to get their voice out there, that takes work on the artist, and it also takes work on the curator to see, where does this artist fit? They may be amazing, but then where does it fit in the season? Where does it fit, in the overall program?
Yeah.
So there is work, and I think because social media, as you said, is curated, even in my family, sometimes, people assume that I'm popping champagne and at opening night every single day, and it's like, no, those are the special times,
right?
And the other times. So I think about, there's some of my presenting colleagues who were, I guess, a little bit confused, like, okay, now that you have Minty Fresh, does that mean that you're no longer a curator? or a presenter. And I'm always a curator and a
Right.
presenter. It brings me such joy to support artists, to be a doula to artists and their
Mm-hmm.
projects, to be
That.
able to understand from ideation all the way through. And I also had my little circus that I wanted to get out into the
It's
world.
not
So
little.
I just said,
I know
because
what you mean, but
it's not Cirque du Soleil. So what that means is
right.
I can do that and still curate
Yeah.
Wall to Wall Stevie Wonder.
That's
I
right.
can do both of those things,
Mm-hmm.
all of those things with good time management and just pacing myself. And I
Right.
share that to say to our presenting colleagues, if you're not going to be a performer, I'm not a performer, find some outlet, grow an herb garden in your kitchen, write a poem. You know, Sometimes we can be on our kind of pedestal of being a presenter or
Mm,
curator, and there's a little power dynamic.
yeah.
And so when you are making something,
Mm-hmm.
there is just the vulnerability that comes with that. There's the fear, there's all of those things
Yeah.
that really, it stretched me
Sure.
beyond what I could ever
Power
have
dynamic
imagined.
is interesting. I think a lot of people obviously they what's that say? They believe their press clippings and that power thing is very intoxicating. You know, and I try to think more collaboratively when talking to the company and my colleagues. I mean, team player, 100%, and so, but I will say, like, just even going back to the highs and the lows, um, I'm just glad that, especially with this generation, they're much more transparent about it. I love that. Like with mental health, we could talk about mental health 20 years ago at
Right.
all. Like, shh, Josh, you don't go to therapy. You could. I just love that things are just more out in the open now, and like people should not be ashamed of the low moments. Like I think about what was that story a couple of years ago with the what was that actor's name that was in the Cosby Show, and then someone saw him uh,
All right.
doing
He
grocery.
was working at Trader Joe's, and
Yeah,
yeah, and they
and
tried to just
I that
shame
brother.
him.
It's like, first of all, at least he did that. What you been doing for 45 years? Like, whatever.
Right.
But like, there's no shame in that. And so I'm glad to see Jeffrey Oates. Thank you, Monique. I'm glad to see that and it's still hard, but there's no shame in, yeah, I was, dancing with, I don't know, Dochi last week, and maybe this week to pay my bills. I gotta go back to delivering my Amazon packages or DoorDash or whatever, but I'm still moving forward. That's the point.
Or teaching, giving master classes, sharing your gifts with
That,
others.
that's right.
Yeah.
That,
Uh, there's this saying, turning tricks, whatever, however you define tricks. And one of my
okay.
colleagues said, because she was asking, how's it going? I was like, well, not just now being a freelance creative producer and
Mm-hmm.
not working for an institution. And I said, well, I haven't had to turn any tricks yet. And
Right.
she said, baby, we all turning tricks on different levels. So,
Hello.
you know,
Just like Monique said, she goes, "You got to be a hustler to survive in the arts." You do. You do. And, it's interesting. I come across artists a lot of times where they apologize for reaching out multiple times, or they don't know how to, get the word out, or they feel like embarrassed. You can't be embarrassed. You cannot
no.
be. Do you want to work or not? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, get your bother the presenter or bother the club promoter, or like, and some of, I don't want to say like less talented people. Sometimes it's just the loudest person, or the more aggressive person, or the more diligent person that just gets the gig because they're just in that person's face all the time.
Right, right. And if you invite me to one of your performances and I can't make it, please don't take that as any reflection on your artistry.
No,
It's just a matter of timing. You can
that's right.
invite me 25 times, I will not be mad. I will tell you if I can't.
That's right. Yeah.
if I'm not interested
That
or if it's not for me, but keep inviting me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So what's the next stop for if you're just joining us, like Don Bellamy just did, former Alpha Illy principal dancer, beautiful man, yes. Talking with my girl Monique, my sister girl Monique. First of all, can we just go back for quite a quick sec? So Monique and I have been rolling deep since 2008,
Seven.
seven. I was working at Summer Stage Festival, the citywide, free outdoor festival, and then Monique came along a few months later, and I just love the fact that girl, we were rolling deep.
Yes.
Yes,
Thick. Went through
Ross.
incredible time at Summer Stage, remained tight, supportive. And, in this business, it really is such a blessing to be able to have people you can call on
Yeah.
to talk about whatever, a contract, a fee, a residency. Do you know a place where there's a residency, or just a kiki and cool, chat,
Uh,
um, about making it in this business and
yeah.
thriving
And
in
the
this
life,
business. Yes.
life stuff. Oh, it's so important. It's so
Yeah,
important.
for sure. And oftentimes when you leave a position for whatever reason, you have a family there, and then you leave and move on. That doesn't always mean those relationships continue to
Yeah,
evolve. So I'm very thankful
me
that,
too.
um, you know,
Now I'm getting all
kept
we.
it going.
I love you.
Yes. Yes, and I can't believe it's been 4 years, because it just seemed like yesterday where you were interviewing for the Joyce Theater and looking at the season. As I said, the spring season looks amazing.
Thank you.
Um, and it takes a moment to kind of get your groove and your rhythm. This is the
Mm-hmm.
third time that I've curated for Symphony Space. So
Mm-hmm.
this is my third wall to wall, and
Amazing.
I know the building, I know the crew, I
Yeah.
know all the folks
Yes.
behind the scenes, the marketing folks. So although I'm a consultant there, it still has taken a moment. I'm so grateful that they bring me back to
Mm-hmm.
continue to work with them.
Is there any talk about next year yet, or no?
Yes.
Ooh, anything you can share, or no?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be
Yeah.
fabulous. All that. And they're looking to expand. So, um, if you have an idea, and if you have performed on any of the wall to walls, you don't need to go through me. You can if you'd like, but reach out to Darren. Y'all have all
Mm-hmm.
met Darren. Yasra just did a performance celebrating Roberta Flack at
Oh.
Symphony Space, and that was on the heels of her performing
Mm-hmm.
with the Prince. She performed on the Prince
Yeah.
wall to wall,
Yes.
and Darren loved her work
Yeah.
and so invited her. So this is what I'm excited about, is
Yeah.
how do we build bridges so that
Yeah.
artists have other
Yeah.
opportunities that continue to evolve.
What's
It can't stop with just us. It needs
yeah?
to
What's
keep evolving.
Darren's last name?
Darren Critz, Critz.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So look him up, y'all. Look him up on the website.
Yeah,
College.
absolutely. They have two spaces. They have the main theater, and then they
Yeah.
have a black box downstairs. So
Yeah.
where Yasra performed was downstairs.
Got it. But speaking of former colleagues from Summer State, I got to shout out Paula Abreu, our colleague from Summer State. Today is actually her birthday. So happy birthday, Paula.
Oh, she's the 31st. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Remember?
New Year's Eve, baby, doing amazing things at the McCarter Theater
Right.
out there in Princeton.
Yeah, it's a McCarter Theater. And so Paula and I left Summer Stage literally the same, like our final show was on the same day, late August 2022. So that was incredible. And we've actually done things together since. I think two of our shows, definitely our Swing Out show from the Joyce has gone to the McCarter Theater. Um, the show that I did last year with Camille Brown. Oh,
Oh,
I,
right.
um,
That was just there recently.
it was at the McCarter and did really well. So proud of that show. So proud of Camille Brown, Camille A. Brown. I mean, she's just yeah, that's incredible. Yeah. So what else are you looking forward to besides expanding the Minty Fresh brand and the name across the North America?
That's right. And the globe. We're getting hits for Australia and
Nice.
Asia. So Australia is looking very promising for
Mm-hmm.
26, 27. And also in this past August, I launched the first annual New York City Circus Festival in Bryant Park.
Here.
Broke all records. 8,000 people showed up. It was
That's
incredible. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant New York City based circus
right. Mm-hmm.
artists. Incredible.
It was incredible.
Sadly, Bryant Park feels like they don't have the capacity to host
Mm,
that
yeah.
amount of people.
Yeah.
So we are moving the festival
Yeah.
to another park, which I can't announce yet, but it's fabulous, it's big, and it's in Brooklyn.
That's listen, BK.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
it.
So I will say that, just to the curators and artists out here, when you get to know, what do they say? One door closes, a window opens, or another
Mm-hmm.
one. And this was truly that, because
Yeah.
I just knew that this was going to be the home for the festival.
Mm.
And it turns out that it's not.
Yeah.
And I have to respect the folks at Bryant Park
Mm-hmm.
and what they see as having the capacity in their park.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving on,
Yeah.
and I'm really excited to look at more New York City based circus
Mm-hmm.
artists who often don't have as many opportunities to perform in this city. They
That's right.
perform globally,
Yep.
and they're incredible. So
Mm-hmm.
we will expand the festival in 26 to invite one artist from either another part of the country or international. So we're in conversations with that. So I always see this festival as celebrating and highlighting the New York City based
Mm-hmm.
circus artists, and
Mm-hmm.
then inviting a special guest.
Yeah. Well, I love it too because, as you've always amplified, that circus isn't just about uh, animals, and you know, which I'm glad that people are moving away from that anyway, because they can be so abusive to those animals when they treat the animals in circuses. But this there's such a breadth of what circus is, and the dance, circus, the allied arts, all of it. I mean, this like you're really broadening people's perspective about what circus is. I mean, you brought that to Summer Stage, and now you're continuing that mission. I think it's awesome.
Circus has, I started my career in theater,
Mm-hmm.
and circus has all of the elements that I love. It has comedy with the clowns, it has theater, it
Mm-hmm.
has music, it has dance, and there's a lot of companies now. One of my favorite companies that you present that's coming back is Hervé Coupé. There's so much circus acro in that company. I
Yeah.
mean, they are flying through the air. They are doing, there's a lot of circus vocabulary in there. And that's one of the things I love about circus.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to and excited about the diversity that we're also starting to see more of
Mm-hmm.
in circus.
Yeah. The beautiful thing about Urban Kubi, they're so popular with us. I mean, which is great. We're also part of the edition of the Dance Reflections Festival, which is, excuse me, sponsored by Van Cleef and Arpels. So it's nice to be, sponsored by those, these folks, Serge and the curator for that festival. And so Serge Laurent, he's fabulous. And so they, as part of the citywide festival, it's going to hit 6, 7, 8 different venues across the city, middle of February to the first or second week of March. So we're involved. BAM, City Center, of course. I think it starts at City Center with Lyon Opera Ballet, I believe. Nyla, New York Live Arts is involved. Skirball. So there's a lot of venues involved, and so we're part of that. And two of the artists that we're presenting, one is Noé Soulier, also from France. It's his first time performing at the Joyce, but his work has been seen on the Joyce before with Trisha Brown's company. And then again, bringing back Urban Kubi because they support Urban Kubi outside of us when they're touring, and so they really want Urban Kubi to be a part of the official festival. And so they're bringing back in March their work called Soul Invictus, and that performed at the Joyce 2 seasons ago, and it's exquisite. I mean, both pieces that they're bringing in 2026 are exquisite. But the one that's premiering, coming back in March, feature some of the women that dance with Urbic Hubi. And so I'm really excited. I'm excited to be a part of this festival. The first time we were a part of it for the New York edition, the first New York edition was in 2023 with Dancing Glass, with the Philip Glass Project. And so on top of all the performances, we're also doing workshops with each of the companies at our local, our Lower East Side studio space, the New York Center for Creativity and Dance.
The
That's
longest name.
and so all the workshops will take place there. So they're expanding, we're expanding. It's all on the website, Dance Reflections, Van Cleef and Arpels. And so it's exciting. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time for dance. It's
I
exciting.
love that there are
Busy.
multiple partners. Um, I just remember back in the day, and not even back in the day, but really pre-pandemic, we still were in that space of exclusivity.
Yeah.
And 60 days before, 60 days after, and it just makes it so challenging for
Yes.
artists to be able to perform in this
Yes.
market because it's
That's right.
so competitive. So I'm really excited. I love seeing what Toshi Reagan did this summer
Oh
with
yeah.
all five boroughs
Mm-hmm.
and a different artist and a different collaborator at each venue and in each borough. And
Mm-hmm.
it just gives artists more opportunities to perform in this city and more audience members and
Mm-hmm.
communities to access these artists. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that we're moving towards a more collaborative
Mm-hmm.
space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm also excited to see what Lincoln Center is going to do with their new contemporary, expanded contemporary dance programming. And my friend and fellow curator, Donald Borer, who I'm so excited for, we'll be working with Shanta and Mariko up there at Lincoln Center.
Is
And
that the new person they've hired for
yeah,
that?
person they hired,
Who
and
is it?
he was the curator for Chelsea Factory up until they shut. So
Okay.
really happy for him. So excited to see what
Yes.
he'll bring. And already, I mean, again, the collaborative. He's also has that collaborative spirit. So I'm not sure because I haven't done this in so long. How long Instagram gives you any more to talk? But I do have to get to dinner.
Yes. And we did say because for those who know Danny and myself, we could talk for 3 hours, but we're not going to do that today.
No, no, it's so cool. But
Oh, I
yeah,
do want to say one more thing
yeah.
before we leave that I'm looking forward to in 2026,
Mhm.
and that is I am on the curatorial committee of the Massa Festival in Abidjan,
Ah,
which is in West Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. So this is my second time serving on the music curatorial committee. I
right.
was just in Abidjan for about 3 weeks earlier this month,
Mm-hmm.
and my role has expanded where I am now working on the Masa Lab, which supports emerging artists. And
Mm.
that's brings me so much joy. I love supporting, as again, a doula, being supportive of artists, not just emerging, because we always are emerging. So even if you establish, you're emerging.
Yes.
We hope.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm excited about that. You can find information. It's Masa. They're here on Instagram and all over the web. And they're looking for more representation from the diaspora. So I just want to spread the word
So
about
much.
that.
Well, look, cheers to that. My last little bit of sip before I
My
run.
last bit of coquito.
Yes, Coquito. Look, so I am crazy enough. I'm about to go out into the Strasse, into these New York streets, to meet my girls Shan and Kishma for dinner before I come back here for the big ball drop here at the Roxy. And then taking a nice vacation finally after like months, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And so if you're gonna be looking for me between now and January 9th, don't
Don't. You'll be near
don't.
some blue water.
Oh, Shan, I will see you very soon. Mo, I love you. Thank you for doing this with me. More to come.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
And give my greeting and hugs to Shan and Kishma.
And to baby Tiani and to Alison and Troy. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. There's more coming. We'll talk about it when we can. And Happy New Year, blessings and love and peace and joy. 2020.
Happy New Year.
Whoop,
Miss you,
whoop.
Danny G and Danny G Live. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.